And now we're up to Phil Goose Gossage autograph analysis. And Goose Gossage, maybe one of the easiest Hall of Famers to get. Excellent, excellent, excellent through the mail. I actually met Goose Gossage. I've met him a couple of times, including one time I had dinner with him. We brought him in for the event. We brought I had Ted Simmons and Clemens. We brought Gossage in 2021. And let me say this, great guy, very nice storyteller. I wouldn't bring up politics with him, and I don't want to get into politics on this. This is a baseball autograph channel, not a political channel. But obviously, if you're somewhat familiar with Goose, he will tell you exactly where he stands politically. But that being said, his autograph is getting a little more shaky, I see, as the years go on. But again, still one of the great TTMs, possibly alive right now. So without any further analysis, we're going to get into quickly the autograph analysis of Phil Goose Gossage. So I'm starting with the PSA. And again, this is what you're going to see a lot. He generally, if you see him, he signs Goose. I didn't shoot a video, but I talked to him and I put it onto video. I explained to him how he started going from signing Phil Gossage to Goose Gossage. And he actually has a very nice signature. He signs every letter of his name every time I see him. You can see right here. A lot of times on photos, he signs upward. Like you see, at a 45-degree angle, but he signs on a level playing field right here, as you could see. And again, people aren't faking Goose Gossage. Excuse me. People are not faking Goose Gossage. I don't know why they would. Again, to get into the autograph, I mean, he's got a big G. It loops all the way around, again, right here. And then everything here is pretty much level except for the last G right here, which falls down a lot. Again, this is, again, a little more, I'd say, vintage. It's not that old. But anyways, this is a little bit earlier autograph. And again, you can see sounding upwards, a 45-degree angle. The loops here are not pronounced as if there, but again, the loops are really nice down here. Again, level playing field. The G is announced. Again, this is, what you're going to see. This is a typical Goose Gossage autograph. I mean, again, it's signed on a very nice, neat, level playing field. Sometimes the G's are connected. Sometimes they're not connected. Again, he signed so many autographs that no one's forging his autograph. I mean, it's not worth it. So, again, you can see right here, again, a nice, beautiful autograph. I'm going quickly because there's not much to talk about, actually, with Goose. A couple of the autographs I got in over time. I've gotten at least 4 or 5 autographs. When I met him, he signed this one for me, Goose Gossage, 2008, Hall of Fame. I wrote him to write, and I didn't know this until I started researching. I struck out Pete Rose's last at bat. Now, that's a really nice inscription of Goose Gossage. When I say nice, he wasn't mean. So, again, this is a 1989 team ball. I got this a long time ago. He was on the Giants. Back then, he signed Phil Gossage, not Goose Gossage. I don't want to say it's rare. Nothing by Goose Gossage is rare. But again, we don't see in the database. If you saw him and you asked him to sign Phil Gossage instead of Goose Gossage, he would do it. If you check out eBay, you'll see he'll sign almost anything that he feels is okay, in his opinion. Again, this is just me and Phil back in, 2021. I showed this before. I'm not going to go dwell too on it. There's not much really to say with Goose Gossage. I don't want to get into the descriptions on eBay because they get very political. They get very obscene. And that's not who I am. That's not who I am. If you want to look at eBay and all the crazy inscriptions, they're all real. I'm not saying any of them are fake. They're out there. They're out there. So not much to say on Goose Gossage. I'm going to try and find the link to my video from last time, and I'll put it in below. And if in those comments was his address you can write to. I still think he still lives in Colorado. Matter of fact, I still have his phone number on my phone. Not that I would ever call him, but if I did call him, I bet you he would answer and have a nice conversation with me. He really is a nice guy at that degree. And so ending with Phil Gossage, I was thinking, do I want to do a separate video on Frank Grant or not? But Frank Grant is one of the early Negro League pioneers. And the thing with Frank Grant is there are literally no autographs known of him. He's the only Hall of Famer, no known autographs, 0, zip, zilch. So there really isn't a point of doing an autograph analysis video on him because he doesn't exist. So I think the next video I'm going to shoot is one of the Tiger legends, Hank Greenberg. But until then, as always, keep collecting.